Well, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I started recording earlier today, but I canceled out because there's a lot of things that happened today. As everybody, I haven't been able to tell everybody, but I did get a load out of Arkansas. I think I made a video on this, and it's going to South Carolina. And I was concerned more about the time frame I had left to get there because my day was kind of cut real short due to the fact that I was delayed. Uh, Basically had to go almost 100 some miles to pick up a empty trailer, and then the load was just down the road, which was cool. But picked it up and then ended up sitting there for almost 3.5 hours before I got to take off my day. Of course, I started out in Springfield and drove to Tulsa, and then from Tulsa I had to go over to Bentonville, Arkansas, and then Bentonville, Arkansas picked the load up down at Johnson, Arkansas, which is just a few miles down the road, and then this load's going to South Carolina. But the biggest deal is my clock was just destroyed because of all that. So basically, I only got about 40 miles before I had to stop because my clock was gone. So I had to sit there and compute some information and figure out what I was going to do, and I was going to pretty much cut it short. So I notified fleet manager, and they basically said their hands were tied because these are Cargill freaking loads, and I don't know what the deal is. I guess they're God or whatever. So, but anyway, you can't miss one of their appointments if it's set in gold and it can't be changed or whatever. But I guess it doesn't matter if anything's out of your control and you have no way of changing that out of your control thing because you have no control over it. So anyway, all I could tell my fleet manager was, I'll do the best I can. If I get it there, get it there. If I don't, I don't. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So I did some calculations again, and I knew I had to hustle butt to get across the states there. So anyway, I got up pretty early in the morning, got fired up, and I took off, and I estimated I need to at least get 561 miles. Well, I was cruising. I had it made. I figured I was going to get way on the other side of Birmingham, Alabama. So I had to stop I really run the clock really down on my 8 hour, and I got down to I had about an hour left, and I stopped at this little convenience store it's now Interstate 22, just northeast or northwest of Birmingham, for my 30, and got my 30 in and took off and got ready to get back on the highway. And all of a sudden the tire inflation light came on the trailer or the reefer and on the trailer, and so I just happened to be right there at the on ramp. So I pulled over to the right and thought, well, better check everything because the Qualcomm was going ballistic. And so I got out of the truck and walked around, and one of the rear super singles had a nail in the side of it, and it was blowing air out of it. So with that being said, I had to stop. So I stopped and I called Road Assist, talked to Brandon Alvarez, but that's his last name, and I told him my situation. He said, well, is there any way you can go to a different, can you go to a truck stop with maintenance? And I said, nah, I don't think this tire is going to last that long, and I don't want it to blow or I don't want it to shred on the interstate. So anyway, with that being said, he goes, well, do me a Mac 30 and then we'll get somebody out to you. I guess the only way we're going to have to solve this. And I said, okay. So I'll give him all my location, where I was, and mile marker or off ramp or whatever. And then I get he wanted a picture of it. I sent the picture in of it. And then I get a message back, 60 to 90 miles away was the nearest facility that would be able to assist me. So basically I sit here on the on-ramp for about, I'd say about two hours, I guess it was. And then finally the guy showed up. And they're pretty good. I mean, that's the first time I've had to deal with Road Assist, like that. And that was pretty cool. They did a real good job. He was able to come in, brought another tire. And, of course, all that being said, he changed it out. I think 45 minutes, almost an hour. I think it took him because he did it right. He left it on the rim. I mean, it was cool the way he did it. So got a new tire and everything, and then I only had like 2.5 hours left on my 14 because it barely smoked it out. So I'm sitting here and I'm going, great, and I get everything done. I macroed 21, I think it is, to Road Assist, explained to him everything, took a picture of the invoice, and also took a picture of the spare, and he wanted me to bring the damaged tire back. Well, I didn't have a spare or nothing, so I got a tire underneath the trailer, but it ain't got no rim on it, so got a nail still in it. So anyway, we got that secured, and I got ready to leave, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and call my fleet manager, let him know the status, and I told him, and he said, well, since you've already been 3 hours off duty, you might as well just go ahead and spend the next 7 to reset your clock. And I said, okay, but I'm on the side of the road here. I mean, that's not pretty cool, is it? I mean, I don't know what law enforcement might do. He might stop and tell me I got to move or whatever. And he said, well, it's judgment call, but you ain't really got a place you can go, and you can't PC another 50 miles or so. So he said, just park it. And I said, okay, fine. Well, I wasn't 100% good with that myself, so I got on the internet or on Google, thanks for Google, and I Googled about personal conveyance. Would that interfere with my 3 hours that I'd already been off duty? And I wanted to relocate because I just being safe in case a cop came and said I had to move anyway. But I looked on there and looked on Google Maps, and sure enough, there was a mom and pop's truck stop just off the highway here, and about 1.5 miles up. So I said, heck with this. Had plenty of truck parking, so I just went ahead and PC'd here, and if I gets me in trouble, it gets me in trouble. I don't give a shit, because that's what you got to do sometimes. So I PC'd and moved the truck out of the way and all that good stuff, wrote that into the PC part of it, and got over here and shut down, and sure enough, I was safe. So anyway, I shut her down and called my wife, talked to her for a little while, explained to her what was going on, and then kind of shot my day. In other words, now I've got about 334 miles to my fuel point, which is in Carolina, South Carolina, and I got probably another 20 or 30 miles more to the 90. Right now I'm sitting, it's 10:34 p.m. My clock will reset in another 25 minutes or so. I say 11 o'clock, and I guess I'm a haul butt. So I've got to still go through Birmingham, I got to go through Atlanta, and then I'm going up to the north end of Georgia, northeast into South Carolina. My estimation is if I drive the way I drove yesterday, still today, I should be able to get there within the next 5 hours or so, 5 to 6 hours, I think. So that's going to put me pretty much there, fuel point about 5, and then it gives me another 3 hours to get 20 or 30 miles. So hopefully everything, ain't no more issues or problems, and I can get through these two cities with no issues, because it's going to be near midnight and it should be clear sailing through both. But anyways, an experience that I don't want to deal with anymore. I hate it. I'm still concerned about making it, but I'm pretty confident I can get there on time. I should make it within my 8 hours, but my 8 hours breaks. But we will see what that transpires. That won't give me much time to go start from somewhere else, but we'll see. So basically, I got, if I'd have known this, I'd have took a nap, and I didn't. A lot of people recommend if you ever on off duty, you best get what sleep you can get. That'll be a learning tool for me, because I was waiting on the Road Assist guys, so basically I couldn't sleep anyway. It's the middle of the frickin' day, so this was around noon or 1 o'clock when this all happened. So anyway, it looks like I'm gonna do a little bit of night driving with about 3 or 4 hours sleep. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens. And I hate driving nights, I really do, but it is what it is. I see a lot better during the day than I do at night. So anyway, just thought I'd let you guys give you an update of my status and everything. I know No Hippie called me tonight and checking on me and wanted to see where I was at, because I usually do a night video and I didn't do one because I wanted to get some sleep. So anyway, I'm making up for it this morning, or well, it's still nighttime, excuse me. I keep thinking it's in the morning, but anyway, just thought I'd touch bases. I'm in the sleeper berth, so that's why you're seeing the glare off of lights here. Let's pull that one off. There we go. And we'll get back with you later on today, and we'll see what happens. Maybe everything will work out fine. Okay. But again, I got some more new subscribers. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. I hope these all these videos I've done since December will help you. And if you're deciding to come to Prime, you know, maybe it'll help you out. It's a sequence of events that when I started from my home, and then it went all the way through the first week of orientation, and then me getting on my truck, my trainer's truck, and our little adventure or travel through that, my PSD completion phase, going through my trifecta, getting my trifecta at Prime, passing my test first trip, and then me and my trainer staying with my trainer and going through TNT training for that illustrious time. Total time around 4 months, I think it was. We got on the truck on the 6th of December, and I didn't leave the truck till towards the end of April. So it is what it is. So anyway, I mean, you know, it's good training. Prime is freaking awesome about their training. Had a good trainer and everything. So you'll see all that information back in the other videos that I produced. And now it's just the adventure of becoming a professional driver and doing a lease operate position at Prime. So far, it's been okay. I mean, it's not been great yet, but that's hopefully going to change and turn around, and things will start picking up as far as settlements are concerned. But I'm hanging in there. I'm having a great time. I got to go home this past week, which was phenomenal. First time. Got to see my wife. Celebrated my 60th birthday. Everybody knows about this that's been watching my shows. But anyway, I just want you all to be safe out there and take care, you know. And you just got to go through procedures. If you ever get in this position where you have to call Road Assist and get some help, you know, it's there and it happens. And as long as you follow your procedures, everything should go smooth. So anyway, experience number 1 for Curtis. So anyway, guys, hey, I want you all to be careful and be safe out there. And always remember, keep driving and striving for perfection. Getting ready to hit the road. Talk to you soon. Bye.